Ronald Ellis, Ron. Canada is a Canadian actor. Career. Canada began as a television newscaster during the 1970s in the Baltimore-Washington area, on WJLA, Channel 7 News in Washington, D.C., and mainly on WBAL-TV Channel 11 in Baltimore, until the early 1980s when he became an actor. Canada has had a long career in both television and film, known primarily for his work in Cinderella Man, Wedding Crashers, and his recurring role as Under Secretary of State Ted Barrow on The West Wing. Also known for his stage work in 1997, he played the role of Iago in Shakespeare's Othello at the Shakespeare Theatre Company in Washington, D.C. Other notable stage credits include his role as Emmett Tate in Zoom In and The Sign at New York's Signature Theatre, and originating the role of Duncan Troy in Headstrong at the Ensemble Studio Theatre, which earned him an Audelco Award nomination as Best Supporting Actor. Filmography. Ted 2 as the Judge, The Strain as Mayor George Lyle, Grimm as Stan Kingston, Let's Stay Together as Garrison Lawrence, The Mentalist, Red Scare as Philip Ramey, Law and Order, Bottomless as Mr. Fuller, Snow Globe as Antonio Moreno, Stargate SG-1 as Cortis, Weeds as Joseph, Ugly Betty as Senator Slater, Boston Legal as Judge Willard Reese, The West Wing as Under Secretary of State Theodore Barrow, Just Like Heaven as Dr. Walsh, Wedding Crashers as Randolph, The Clearys' Butler, Cinderella Man as Joe Jeanette, Jack and Bobby as Adult Marcus Ride, National Treasure as Guard Woodruff, Ground Control 2, Operation Exodus, The Shield as LAPD Chief of Police Tom Bankston, One-on-One as Richard Barnes, 14 episodes, The Hunted as FBI Special Agent in Charge Harry Van Zant, Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Gabe Jones, Lone Star as nightclub owner Otis Big O Payne, CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, Fight Night as Jerry Barone, The X-Files, Empedocles as Det, Franklin Potter, Star Trek, Voyager, Juggernaut as Fezak, Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Rules of Engagement as a CHPOK, Star Trek, The Next Generation, The Masterpiece Society as Martin Benbeck, Above Suspicion as Captain, Babylon 5, A Voice in the Wilderness, Part 2 as Captain, Ellis Pierce, Getting Even with Dad as In A Different World as Grover James, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid as Marshall Brooks, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York as Times Square police officer, Downtown as Lowell Harris, Stat as Anderson, Mary Roche, Cheers as Agent Munson, Dallas as Dave Wallace, Adventures in Babysitting as Graydon, D.C., Cab as Police Officer No. 4, The Man Who Wasn't There as Barker, Seventh Heaven as Dr. Sergei,